In the shop I have now, I don't have space for a full-blown dust collection system, so I made one from a rigid vac which connects to ports going to different tools. If I want to run a hose to a different part of the shop, I can just add another port to this system, which is what I've done today. PVC pipe connects flex tubing to a bandsaw, belt sander, miter saw, and today I'm making a fourth run over to the drill press with a small piece of vacuum hose that I found. The flex tubing allows the tools to be moved around a bit, allowing for different sizes and shapes of wood. A lot of my ideas I've actually found are adapted from magazines or on the internet, but I've been using them for so many years that I can no longer give credit where proper credit is due, and one of them is this nifty way to connect a vacuum hose to my DeWalt saw using an old paint roller. After several lackluster attempts, I've decided to try making an arm to hold the vacuum hose onto the drill press. It needs to be adjustable, and I need to be able to easily remove the arm from the drill press stand and the hose from the arm. Using HDPE plastic will enable me to make C-shaped clamps that will allow me to snap it onto the drill press stand, and another set will hold the hose. 2 arms are needed. I can glue them up at once and then cut them in 2 and shape them. You can see how dusty and even smoky it is using this hole saw. Once the vacuum's in place, this will be a thing of the past. While that arm is gluing up, I'm going to make a couple of adjuster knobs. Wing nuts would probably work, but I like making my own using T-nuts, and I'll show you how those are quickly made using another nifty jig I found on the internet. This simple jig lets me make 3 cuts with the hole saw, producing 3 lobes. Then a 3/4 inch Forstner bit will allow me to countersink the T-nut. And that's it. It's done. Making some washers from a scrap of plastic will act as a spacer between the arm and the knob and allow them to turn more easily. Back into the box of HDPE scraps to make the clamps for the vac hose. When cutting and sanding HDPE, one problem is the fuzzies. The easiest way I've found to deal with this is to take out my utility knife and scrape them off. Quick and easy. Once they're mounted onto the arm, it's final assembly time. Now you see how easily it snaps onto the drill press stand, nice and secure. The second part of the arm assembly goes on, and finally the hose snaps into place. Set for the new port, and a $10 wireless remote plug has become a necessary convenience. First test, and the dust gets whisked away before you can even see it. And the hose unclips easily to deal with other jobs in the local vicinity. For a bigger intake, I'll use an attachment for my rigid vac. Time for another adapter. To adjust the hole size, I plane off a pine curl and glue it inside. The right size plug makes a good clamp for the curl. This was supposed to be a temporary adapter, just a test really, but it's much stronger and works much better than expected, so it looks like it will stay. When it's all done and it works so well, you can't help but ask yourself, why didn't I do this long ago?